Hello, everyone. I am Ben Pick, and thank you for joining me in Running to Write, where I used to give questionable writing advice through running metaphors, but have since switched over to doing productivity sprints. And happy Saturday. For those of you on the eastern coast of the US, well, brace for a winter storm. I know it's pain to me sometime tonight, and I hope all of you are able to stay safe. The forecasts are calling for record-breaking snows. I don't know quite how much we'll get. I can tell you this morning's run was pretty rough. It was about 11 degrees outside, so I came in after an hour because it was rough. And let's see here. Richard, hey. Enjoy going to see 28 years later. And thanks for stopping by. Mama Maggie Ward, thank you for signing on. Yes, hello, lovelies. And Shannon, SC Houston, thank you for being here. And yes, make friends with the like button. I like it. Cool. And it looks like you were going to be working on some graphics and good luck. It is funny because AWC is in June, right? And I can only imagine how much work goes into it. So yeah, I fully understand you starting the new year off with prepping for it. So hello. It depends. I've seen a couple of reports say that would make it as many as 12. I've seen as few as 4. So nobody knows. Yeah. And considering that yesterday was 45 degrees and we dropped down to 11, I mean, weather is just, weather. Yes, the bigger issue is the cold. Yeah, like I said, it dropped down to 11 degrees, so we'll see how things go. Radiant. Hey, thank you for joining in. What's up, Ray? I'm working on your poetry collection. Oh, Shannon. No, sorry, wrong one. 61 degrees in the Florida Panhandle. So yeah, I did see a meme yesterday about everybody around my area like bracing for this massive storm, and just everyone in Florida pointing and laughing and smiling. So AWC has changed. We're going down to 1 day, and it'll be November 7th. Okay, and we'll have a live stream on February 13th to talk about the new reform. Cool. Can't wait. Good luck. Let me check. February 13th is a Friday. So yeah, that sounds good. I understand that record-breaking snow will be like multiple feet, but there was some record that they were talking about how this might be like the worst snowstorm in January. There was some record that this this storm has the potential to break, is the whole point of what I was trying to say. So it's not going to be 3 feet, but it is going to be something record-breaking. I don't know. Balmy 9 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes. Yeah, I had a lot of troubles with my run this morning. So I do different things where I wear different things, and I had my windbreaker jacket on, which doesn't have a hood. And so it's a lot more difficult to run when it's colder out, because when I put the hood up, it sort of blocks my face and helps warm things up. But yeah, after the first 2 miles, I guess things sort of leveled out. I was only planning on doing, I wanted to do my normal 6 and change, 6.5. And when I got out there, I was like, well, I'm probably going to make it to 4, but I did manage to push through and go through 6.5. Yeah, I knew it was cold outside, but I definitely want to go for a run now, because I don't think I'll be able to go for a run for another week. We'll see. I don't think they'll be doing that great on plowing everything. So when a snowstorm comes through, there's usually a lot of patches on my run where there is no safe place to run. And so rather than risk twisting an ankle by slipping on ice or something like that, I tend to not run and just do my bike indoors. And Victoria, hey, working on a homework game prep for the next week. Good. Like getting ahead of things and not waiting till the last minute to work on your homework. Cool. All right. Well, anyways, we're all here for productivity sprints, so let's actually get started. Somehow this week I managed to make it all the way up to chapter 20. So my idea is to do my second round of chapter 20, then my first round on chapter 21, and I have an and then I'm probably just going to do some string searching throughout my book. So it's kind of like an all around problem where if I have too many instances of, say, still or all or in the same way or like crutch phrases, I go through and I try and figure out if one, I have too many per chapter, too many per book, too many across the book. And then I'll try and reword the sentence to fix the crutch word. The problem is that I need to make sure that I don't use any new crutch words to fix the current crutch word. So a lot of in going through and fixing one problem, I oftentimes create another. So that's why I kind of do this multiple iterations of these string searches. So that's my plan for today. But with that in mind, I will see you all in 30 minutes. Revisions. Yeah, these are all revisions. I'm in the editing process for my fourth novel. Oh, give me 1 second. I'm going to go on off camera. All right, and we are back. I just realized that I didn't plug my computer in, and somehow the cable ended up on the other side of the room, so I had to get up and get that. Yeah, revisions. I'm working on revisions. I'm editing my fourth novel, and I'm prepping to have it to send it away to the first round of developmental editors on February 1st. So that is coming up soon. I don't think I'll be able to get a complete iteration through. This will be the second complete iteration of my revisions. I don't think I'll be able to get that done before February 1st, but I did one full iteration of my own personal edits. And while I send it off to the developmental editor, I'm going to be continuing to do my own edits. So that should do a lot. With that in mind, let's get started, and I will see you all in 30 minutes. There we go. And welcome back, everyone. That was the first productivity sprint. I did finish chapter 20, the edits. Worked around a few details, but I went all the way through and everything's good to go. Round 2 done. So I'm going to start round 1 of chapter 21 of 41 in the next sprint. So let's see. Shannon worked on charmed chats graphics. Good, good, good. Productive Saturday morning. That's what I like to hear. Anybody else working on anything fun? In the last sprint, it looks like we have a couple of people working on homework and poetry. Or any fun plans for the weekend. I was going to go out with some friends tomorrow night and we were going to meet up. I haven't seen them a year, actually. So it's been really good to hang out. We were going to go to restaurant week, a place my wife really wanted to try. Unfortunately, we canceled those plans because, like we said, we are predicted to have a significant amount of snow over the next day. So we'll reschedule that hangout to some point. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I know we're going to reschedule, obviously. It's not like we're never going to see those friends again, but like, it still kind of sucks because you were looking forward to going to that restaurant. I was looking forward to hanging out with those two friends and good times. Let's see here. Instead of editing, Mama Maggie cleaned the kitchen and mopped the floors. Hey, that is still productive, all while with listening to a beta read. Yeah, that is still productive. So, good job. Honestly, if you sat around playing video games, if you sat around playing video games, watching TV, whatever, it's a Saturday. So anything to claw back our sanity is honestly productive. So, you could bike, you could read, you could take a nap, whatever. Anything and everything is productive on a Saturday. So let's see here. Radiant worked on edits for a poem and started a new poem. Interesting. How long are those poems? Are we talking like a page, multiple pages, paragraph? Where are we? That was a warm-up sprint for Victoria. So you did some journaling and ate breakfast. Yes. Also eating. Eating is productive. Don't skip it. I know marketing, whatever, says it's the most important meal of the day, breakfast. We are well past it now, so it's lunchtime. But I mean, breakfast is not the most important meal of the day. That's a marketing scam or whatever, but it is still incredibly important to eat. So, eating breakfast, eating lunch, whatever, that still is productive. So thank you for sharing. You put notes in the document and then start the next one. Yeah, I know that feeling. I have nothing but notes in my Google Calendar. Well, I mean, I have actual events going on, but I also have tons of notes in there as well. Most of your plans will be admin tasks, spinning up the Charm Chats graphics, and schedule the first episode. Nice. If you have time writing. Yeah, it's always fun when all the overhead for writing gets pushed back. So we can't actually write. We need to plan to write about writing, or do all the other fun overhead things. Plan about marketing for our books. Yeah, fully understand. Rest is productive. I 100% agree. I do not sleep enough. I need to sleep more. So any amount of sleep is productive. Ooh, whole pot of coffee before 10 a.m. Good. Sorry about cabin fever, though. Are you don't need to tell me where you are, but like, are you prepping to be hit by the snowstorm? Because that's like hundreds of miles at this point is the estimated impact area. So yeah, are you prepping to be by the storm so your cabin fevers only get worse, or are you safely outside of the range and you can freely leave your house whenever you want? Yep. Going shopping, taking care of life, also productive. A Millward goal. Wow. You need to write 22,000 words a week. I think I was doing better than 22,000 words a year, but like that's incredible. Let me think. During that event where we had to write 50,000 words, we had to average 1,200 words per day times 7. Yeah, so you are going to be putting out 60,000 words per month. I can do that quick mental math. And by quick mental math, I mean I'm typing into Google. So wait, 22,000 words a week. Okay, so times 4. Oh, that's easy. So 88,000 words. Yeah, fair enough. Wow, I was way off of my initial estimate. So good job, Shannon. That is incredible. Half a page to a full page. Good. Sometimes you write too much. Whatever. There is no such thing as writing too much. In fact, it's usually better to write too much and then sort of chop away than it is to write too little and then have to kind of struggle after that. Yeah, I agree. That is a lot of coffee. I remember when I was doing a construction job and sleeping about 2 hours a night, I sort of burnt out on coffee because I would drink a full pot and still be passing out the desk. And now coffee, it still caffeine works for me, but I just don't drink coffee in Colorado. Fair enough. Yeah. How to put this nicely? What you call a light dusting shuts down Virginia for like a week. So we'll get an inch on the ground and it is just grid 495, the Beltway, it's just a gridlock. So worst drivers in the country, let's keep that up. I read a news article this week about how Maryland is objectively like the worst place to drive through because the drivers are so bad. And I kind of agree with that. I mean, I would say the Virginia, DC, Maryland trifecta is the real culprit. But yeah, Maryland is rough. Thanks, Shannon. I kind of agree on that one. So sorry, it was 1.6 words per day is 50,000 a month. Fair enough. I rounded down. I shouldn't have. I have yet to participate in that event, so I don't remember what the goals are. But yes, 1.6 per day is 50,000. 22,000 words per week, like Shannon is planning to achieve over this year, which is fantastic, is 88,000 words a month, give or take, which is incredible. It is very cold and I need warmth. Yes. Well, that's fair. Yeah, I can only imagine how me complaining about 11 degrees outside is not nearly as bad as it gets in Colorado. But anyways, enough stalling. So it is time for our second sprint. So let's go. 20 minutes on the clock. I will see you all soon. I'm going to go on mute and I will edit chapter 21 for the first time. Well, the first time this iteration. So I will see you all in 20. Welcome back, everyone. I finished chapter 21 for those edits, and now it's time for me to work on string searches throughout my book. So I think I'm going to start off with some stills. I had 74 different instances of still in there, and I'll do a match word because I think I saw one standstill, which is not the same as still. Couple of heads up, though. There is a February challenge for writing for authors and writers called For the Love of Words, and it's hosted by Cat Leo. So if you are interested in forcing yourself to write and you need the motivation to do keyword word counts, I strongly encourage you to try out For the Love of Words. And also, next month there will be an under 1,000 subs marathon. So that'll be the second week in February, which is February 4th weekend. Valentine's Day weekend. Depends on what you consider as. I'm assuming yes. I'm assuming it is Valentine's Day weekend because technically the first is Sunday, but I don't think anybody really counts that. So the second weekend of February is Valentine's Day weekend, and yeah, if you are interested in signing up, it's a lot of fun. I've done it before. I think I missed the cutoff for it this time, but it's a great chance to meet other channels and see other Authortubers. Ooh, so you're working on 14 different authors next month, or you're working with 14 other authors next month. Sounds awesome, Shannon. And you are still working on the Charm Chats. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I don't really have anything else going on. I did kind of a long intro, kind of a long break between the second sprint. So, we might as well just start off with the third one, and then I will start closing things out. So, just like crutch words, I need to work on my crutch phrases because I do say so a lot. And anyways. And that being said, and all those other phrases. Just so you know, I'm hosting this event today. I'm hosting my Writing to Write event today, which means that there is no Writing to Write on Monday, but I will see you all back here a week from Monday, which is the 2nd. Yep. It is the 2nd of February. So I'll see you all then. And don't really have anything else to mention. Like I said, it's a pretty low-key Saturday for me. Already canceled my weekend plans. Kind of hunkering down in my home, prepping for some snow. But I'll go up and read after this for a little bit, and then I'll probably work on some more writing things. Or just game in the afternoon. Because I have done quite a bit. Ooh. So about smaller, maybe one day I'll actually finally start my channel. Yes, Radiant, go for it. Go, Ray. I believe in you. You can host productivity sprints if you want and sit around and write poetry and other people join in. It's a lot of fun. It certainly helps out the community. So I strongly encourage anyone with even an inkling of interest in forming a channel to just go through and do it. It's not that hard. I set everything up in StreamYard, but there are tons of other tools that you can use to do it. And you can see based on the Powered by StreamYard in the your upper right corner that this is the free version. So it doesn't actually cost me any money to host these productivity sprints. Anyways, I'm going to start the third and final sprint. And then we can close this out and get back to whatever we were doing. Or I'm going to go up and make myself some tea because it is pretty cold already. And then I will prep for winter to hit hard. So let's get writing for the third and final sprint of Writing to Write's productivity sprints for the 250th episode. If anyone was keeping track, that's what number we're up to. We made it to 250 episodes. I don't have any banners. I don't have any hurrah things, celebrations, whatever. But I don't know. That's pretty cool. So maybe when I get to 300, I'll do something fun. And with that in mind, I will see you all in 20. And welcome back, everyone. I reduced the number of stills in my book down to 42. So that's the meaning of life. And I reduced the number of alls down to less than 200. So I think we're at 198, and that still is room for improvement, but I think we're doing good for that. So I'll probably work on that this afternoon when I get a break. And in the meantime, thank you everyone for joining in. I really appreciate you all coming here, keeping me honest, making sure I'm productive, and also sharing and being productive yourselves. So this is a great way to come together as a writing community and ensure we get something done this weekend that, and aside from just sitting around playing video games or sitting on the couch reading all day, although I am probably going to spend most of the afternoon reading on the couch with my dog. But I can't thank you all enough for being here. 250 episodes in, and we are still going strong. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Nice, nice, nice. Good job getting through that homework. Yep, always happy to host. And like I said, I will not be here on Monday. There's a local community meeting, so I'm going to that. But I will be back the following Monday, which is February 2nd at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And hopefully by then, all of this snow will have melted. I have no idea. I think, can't remember now, but it was either last year or the year before we had this awful ice storm that came through. And because it was, the amount of snow wasn't that bad, but because of how it was plowed, there were just these massive snow embankments for like 2 or 3 weeks afterwards, just because it never got warm. With that in mind, I will see you all later. Remember, stay safe. If you're anywhere near me, don't go driving tonight after, I don't know, dinner time, because I think DC called like a state of emergency, the DC mayor or whatever. So do what you have to stay warm, stay inside, and stay off the roads as much as possible. Time permitting, wherever you are for the upcoming storm, if it affects you. And just in general, if the weather conditions are dangerous, stay inside and off the roads as much as you can. Awesome, Ray. Got more poetry edits done and found others you hadn't typed up. So cool. Pup wants a run, but it's 28 and it's cold to me. Yeah, honestly, coldness is relative, but I agree with your pup. If your pup wants to stay inside, don't go running. Stay indoors, drink hot cocoa, hang out on the couch with a blanket. I will see you all in just over a week and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Take care. Annoyingly, I only left the studio. I didn't actually end the stream. So this time I'm serious. Have a wonderful weekend.